Welcome back to the latest video on my channel. In the past 24 hours, we have received sad news about the passing of some extraordinary talents. In today's episode, we dedicate this time to honor their memories and celebrate the legacies of these remarkable individuals. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or their legacy has touched your life, please give it a like and subscribe the channel as a sign of respect. Thank you. Here are the most recent deaths in national news, as reported as My Channel in the June 18th of 2025. My Channel is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any local community in America and beyond. We begin with Christie, the 1960s singer behind songs like Lightnin Strikes and Rhapsody in the Rain, died June 18th, 2025, after a short illness in Pittsburgh at the age of 82. Next, we recognize David Hekili Kenui Bell, an actor who appears in the new film Lilo Stitch, died June 12, 2025, in Kailua-Kona, Hawaii, at the age of 46. We also pay tribute to Burrell, the Food Network star who hosted Worst Cooks in America and Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, died June 17, 2025, at her home in New York City at the age of 55. At last, we pay tribute to Kuscsik, women's sports pioneer and the first official female winner of the Boston Marathon, died June 8, 2025, of respiratory failure in New York at the age of 86 after a long struggle with Alzheimer's disease. Let's discuss in details. Christie, born Luigi Alfredo Giovanni Sacco on February 19, 1943, in Glen Willard, Pennsylvania, rose from suburban Pittsburgh to become one of the most distinctive voices of the 1960s pop scene. Known for his dramatic high falsetto and heartfelt songwriting, he forged a unique sound that combined doo-wop roots, orchestral pop, and heartfelt storytelling. Early life and musical beginnings. Raised in the Pittsburgh suburbs, young Sacco displayed musical promise early on. At Moon Area High School, he led the choir and pursued classical music under teacher Frank Cummings, despite later leaning toward pop. At age 15, he met Twyla Herbert, a classically trained pianist over 2 decades his senior. This unlikely partnership blossomed into a prolific collaboration that endured over 30 years, generating hundreds of songs. By 1961, Sacco had moved to New York City to work as a session vocalist. He recorded with small local labels as Lou G and the Lions before adopting the stage name Christie, a change suggested by producer Nick Sensi. His 1962 single, The Gypsy Cried, co-written with Herbert, spawned the moniker change and became his first major hit, partly due to promotion by Roulette Records. Rise to stardom, 1963-1966. In 1963, Christie solidified his early success with Two Faces Have I, reaching the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. His burgeoning status landed him a coveted spot on Dick Clark's Caravan of Stars, sharing stages with luminaries like Diana Ross and the Supremes, Gene Pitney, and Frankie Avalon. These tours helped define his image and introduced his powerful falsetto to wider audiences. After serving a short stint in the U.S. Army that temporarily paused his career, Christie returned to find new momentum with MGM Records. His signature 1966 release, Lightnin Strikes, debuted in December 1965 and climbed to #1 on Christie's 23rd birthday, becoming a million-selling hit and charting in both the U.S. and U.K. With its operatic dramatics and dynamic vocal shifts, it became instantly iconic. That same year, he released Rhapsody in the Rain, a lush and controversial song depicting teenage romance with unvarnished lyrics, referencing intimacy in a car during a rainstorm. Some stations banned it, prompting a toned-down re-recording. The song nonetheless reached number 16 on the charts and secured Christie's reputation for pushing lyrical boundaries. Sustained creativity and genre hopping, 1966-1970s. Christie continued delivering hits through the late 1960s, including She Sold Me Magic and I'm Gonna Make You Mine, the latter reaching the U.S. top 10 and charting well in the U.K. In 1971, he released the concept album Paint America Love and married former Miss UK Francesca Winfield in London. Christie's next stylistic turns took him into country with 1974's Beyond the Blue Horizon. Its title track earned radio play and was later featured in the film Rain Man. Despite a dip in mainstream popularity amid the disco era, he remained a creative force experimenting with new sounds and remaining musically active. Later years an enduring presence. By the 1980s, Christie embraced the nostalgia circuit, performing alongside 60s icons like Frankie Avalon and Fabian as part of Dick Fox's Golden Boys. He also returned to recording new material. 1994's Beyond the Blue Horizon, the 1999 comeback Pledging My Love, the 2004 live album Greatest Hits Live from the Bottom Line, including a holiday studio bonus, and singles released up to 2022. He was also a longtime host on Sirius XM's 60s channel, sharing insights behind the hits, influence, and cultural legacy. Christie was among the first singer-songwriters of his generation, penning nearly every hit with Herbert. His high-pitched falsetto influenced major artists, Elton John, John Lennon, and Madonna, all praised his impact. Lennon reportedly credited Christie's originality, while Elton John even played piano for him during his London phase. Final years in passing, Christie. Early life and roots. David H.K. Bell was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, in 1979 or 1978. He was 46 at his passing, and raised immersed in the culture of the islands. He grew up in Kaimuk and attended both Punahou School and Kalani High School. This foundation in local education and Hawaiian language set the stage for his deep connection to his heritage, career, from aviation to acting and beyond. Kona Airport. After graduating high school in 1997, Bell moved to the Big Island and began a career at Ellison Onizuka Kona International Airport. He served in security and operations, ultimately becoming assistant superintendent. He became a beloved presence there. Guests would hear his voice welcoming them over the PA system. Brand ambassador. In 2014, he became one of the bradas in Kona Brewing Company's One Life Right campaign alongside Brutus LaBenz. Touring nationally, he helped project the essence of Hawaiian culture and was a key creative voice ensuring authenticity in the campaign, acting and voice work. Bell's acting career gradually blossomed. TV, he guest starred on Hawaii 5-0 as Isaac 2014 and Magnum P.I. as Manu Saluni 2018-2019. Voiceover. He narrated commercials for Volcano Bay, Paniolo Cattle Company, UHA Health Insurance, Waiakea Water, and Olu Kai Golf. Film. His most notable recent role was Big Hawaiian Dude in Disney's 2025 live-action Lilo and Stitch. In a humorous scene, he drops his shave ice after seeing an alien portal. His performance brought charm and cultural authenticity. Bell was a member of SAG-AFTRA and proudly celebrated Lilo and Stitch's premiere in Kapolei, booking the best seats for family 2 weeks before his death. Personality and cultural impact. David was widely recognized as a gentle giant, embodying aloha in both demeanor and spirit. DisneyFoodBlog.com. His sister described him as sweet, generous, talented, funny, brilliant, and handsome. A prince of a man who brought unconditional love and support to everyone around him. He fluidly blended English, Hawaiian knowledge, and Pidgin diamond in the rough, whose performances lived authentically and resonated with Hawaiian audiences. On set, co-star Maya Kealoha affectionately called him Uncle David, a testament to how he connected quickly with people. Passing and tributes. David passed away peacefully on June 12, 2025, in Kailua-Kona at age 46. Hawaii police confirmed no foul play. An inquest and autopsy were initiated. Major tributes poured in. Disney called him kind, caring, and honored his vital role in the Lilo and Stitch family, media and family. He was mourned as a bright and shining star, a local icon, a creative spirit, and a public servant whose presence will endure. His sister's heartfelt message described him as her protector and constant joy. She cherishes their last moments together. genealogy, seltzer, and simple living room conversations. Legacy. David H.K. Bell left a multifaceted legacy. A welcoming voice at Kona Airport that greeted countless travelers. A cultural champion advocating authentic representation through regional advertising and media. An actor whose brief but meaningful roles brought humor, warmth, and native spirit to screens. A community beloved for his kindness, easy laughter, and aloha spirit. His mark on Hawaiian entertainment and culture runs deep. His story continues to inspire. From airport halls to TV screens and a major Disney production, he showed the power of pride in one's roots, gentle leadership, and embracing opportunities. Here's a detailed yet concise biography of Ann Burrell, covering her life, career, and impact, crafted to be informative and engaging. Early life and education. Ann W. Burrell was born on September 21, 1969 in Cazenovia, New York. She completed her Bachelor of Arts in English and Communications at Canisius College, Buffalo, in 1991. Following an epiphany at age 23, she pursued a culinary path prompting sharp change in her career outlook. In 1996, she earned an associate degree from the Culinary Institute of America, CIA, later deepening her training at the Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners in Piedmont. Early career in Italy and New York. After CIA, Burrell spent about a year in Italy working at Michelin-level restaurants like La Bottega del 30 and La Taverna del Lupo. Returning to the U.S., she served as sous chef at Felidia under Lidia Bastianich, then head chef at Savoy, known for wood-fire cooking and Mediterranean flavors. She also taught at Institute of Culinary Education, taking a brief sabbatical to question and refine her craft. In 2007, Burrell became executive chef at Centro Vinoteca and later opened Phil and Ann's Good Time Lounge in Brooklyn in 2017, closed 2018. Television breakthrough. In 2005, Mario Batali brought her on as a sous chef on Iron Chef America. Her solo series, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, aired from 2008 to 2012 across 9 seasons, won 19 episodes, earning a Daytime Emmy nomination. From 2010 to 2024, she co-hosted the hit reality series Worst Cooks in America, training aspirants via culinary boot camps, hosted Chef Wanted with Ann Burrell, 2012-2013, and Vegas Chef Prize Fight, and appeared on competition shows like Chopped, Beat Bobby Flay, and House of Knives. In 2015, she won Chopped All-Stars, donating her $75,000 prize to the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. Also judged and cooked on Food Network Star, The Best Thing I Ever Ate, and NBC's Today Show. Authorship and brand work. Authored 2 New York Times best-selling cookbooks. Cook Like a Rock Star, 2011. Own Your Kitchen, Recipes to Inspire and Empower, 2013. Brand partnerships with Wusthof Knives, Pamela's, Gluten-Free Baking, KitchenAid, Kraft Heinz, and Gallo Family Vineyards. Spoke at culinary events, conducted live demos worldwide, and championed food education, sustainability, and women's empowerment in the industry. Philosophy and style. Known for her bold, spiky blonde hairstyle, dynamic energy, and catchphrases like brown food tastes good. Advocated cooking with simple, high-quality ingredients, influenced by rustic Italian traditions, especially after her time in Tuscany, emphasized first instincts and preparation in competitive cooking. Inspired by Julia Child and raised by a mother who taught her the joy of cooking. Personal life. Married Stuart Claxton in October 2021 after meeting via Bumble. She became stepmother to his son, Javier. In a March 2025 podcast with Tori Spelling, Burrell shared insights on living the rock star chef life and why she waited to settle down in her 50s. Death and tributes. Passed away on June 17, 2025 at age 55. Found unresponsive at her Brooklyn home. Preliminary reports suggest cardiac arrest and possible pill involvement, with official cause pending. Food Network and colleagues lauded her as remarkable, passionate, and a source of joy through food. Fellow chefs like Rachel Ray, Alex Guarnaschelli, Bobby Flay, and Duff Goldman shared heartfelt tributes, celebrating her mentorship, spirit, humor, and warmth. Legacy. Ann Burrell leaves behind a rich and varied legacy. Television icon. Her shows demystified restaurant-level cooking and empowered countless home chefs. Mentor. Through cooking boot camps, demos, and teaching, she inspired both novices and peers. Author and public figure. Through her cookbooks and partnerships, she made quality cooking realistic and fun. Champion of education and empowerment. She tirelessly sexy. Nina Louise Kuscsik, née Marmorino, January 2, 1939, June 8, 2025, was a trailblazing American long-distance runner whose achievements and advocacy dramatically reshaped women's marathon running. Early life and athletic origins. Born and raised in Brooklyn, NY, Kuscsik showed remarkable athletic prowess from a young age. She became New York State champion in speed skating, roller skating, and cycling all in a single year before transitioning to running after her bike broke. Academically gifted, she graduated high school at 16 and earned her nursing license at 18 after successfully campaigning to lower the age requirement from 21. Married in 1961 to Richard Kuscsik, she raised 3 children in South Huntington, while balancing work at New York Hospital and later Mount Sinai, embracing running and early breakthroughs. Inspired in her late 20s by Jogging by Bill Bowerman and news of the Boston Marathon, she began running as cross-training. She ran her first Boston Marathon in 1969, unofficially in 3:46 women weren't permitted yet. She followed with another unofficial finish in 1970, 3:12:16. In the 1970 New York City Marathon, she was the sole female entrant dropping out at mile 15 due to illness. Advocacy for women's inclusion. Kuscsik was a key activist in challenging restrictive AAU rules that limited women to short road races. She attended AAU conventions, drafted proposals to allow women to run unofficially longer races, and confronted the special cases policy. In 1971, she and others successfully lobbied the AAU to permit women in marathons, though with discriminatory start time rules. Historic wins and iconic protests. April 1972, she became the first official women's champion of the Boston Marathon, finishing in 3:10:26 amid scorching heat and physical challenges. Later that same year, she and the NYC-6 staged a notorious sit-down at the start of the New York City Marathon to protest women's mandated 10-minute head start by AAU. They won the race, leading to the abolition of the rule. She also won the New York City Marathon in 1972 and again in 1973 and began breaking barriers. In 1971, she became the second American woman to run a sub-3-hour marathon, 2:56:04. Her dominance extended to Yonkers Marathon victories, 1972, 74, 77, 79, and a notable 50-mile record in Central Park, 6:35:53, 1977. In 1979-81, she broke barriers again as the first woman to finish the Empire State Building run-up, an impressive indoor vertical challenge. Legacy and honors. Kuscsik ran over 80 marathons in her lifetime, her career as long as it was groundbreaking. Her advocacy helped establish the female marathon division in the Olympics, first held in 1984. She was inducted into multiple halls of fame. Long Distance Running Hall of Fame, 1999. New York Road Runners Hall of Fame, 2012. National Distance Running Hall of Fame, 2010. In 2022, she received the prestigious Abebe Bikila Award from NYRR for her lifetime contributions, personal qualities, and enduring impact. Known for her kindness, wit, and resilience, she juggled activism, elite performance, motherhood, and nursing with grace. Reflecting on her struggles, she countered the notion that women's bodies were too fragile for long distances, famously saying, "Running is neither masculine nor feminine. It's just healthy." She remained active well into her later years, running, biking, walking, even taking belly dancing lessons after knee surgery. Tributes following her passing emphasized her inspirational spirit. Nina held the distinct honor, inspiring thousands of women to reach their own goals and finish lines. Passing. Nina Kuscsik passed away on June 8, 2025 at age 86 in Huntington Station, NY, from respiratory failure complicated by a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. In summary, Nina Kuschik's journey from a determined multi-sport athlete to a fierce advocate and victorious marathoner was transformative. She broke records, challenged outdated gender norms, and built